Have you ever wondered why two people can start with the same paycheck, yet 10 years later, one is barely scraping by while the other is quietly building wealth and freedom? It's not luck. It's not chance. It's the rules of money the wealthy play by, but rarely talk about. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on 5 of those rules, and I promise, once you hear them, you'll never look at money the same way again. And no, the first rule isn't marry a billionaire, although it wouldn't hurt. Let's get straight into the first rule. The one that could literally determine whether you ever escape living paycheck to paycheck. Rule 1. Wealthy people don't save, they position money. The wealthy know something schools never teach us. Saving money doesn't make you rich. In fact, it makes you poorer when inflation eats away at it. Instead, they position money. They put dollars in places where those dollars can multiply. Stocks, real estate, businesses, assets that work while they sleep. Here's the mindset shift. Stop asking, how much can I save this month? Start asking, where can I put this money so it works harder than I do? If you only save, you'll wake up 30 years later realizing your money has been quietly shrinking in value. But when you position money, it becomes a soldier that fights for your financial freedom. And here's the catch. Once your money starts working for you, the wealthy play a sneaky trick with risk that most people completely misunderstand. Rule 2, they don't avoid risk, they manage it. Middle-class thinking tells us, avoid risk. But the wealthy? They know avoiding risk is the fastest way to stay broke. Instead, they manage risk. They diversify, they calculate, they never bet the farm. Think of it like fire, dangerous if uncontrolled, but powerful if mastered. Ever notice how we'll risk $60K on a college degree we may never use, but hesitate to risk $5K starting a business? Crazy, right? The biggest risk is playing it too safe, because time wasted is money lost forever. But when you learn to manage risk, opportunities open that most people are too scared to touch. And speaking of opportunities, the wealthy know how to spot something invisible, something sitting in front of us every day that almost no one notices. Rule 3, wealthy people spot hidden value. They don't see money as dollars, they see it as potential. Where most people see an old building, they see a future rental property. Where most people see a boring stock, they see long-term compounding power. Imagine 2 friends walk past a rundown cafe. One sees a dump, the other sees a chance to buy low, renovate, and flip. Which one do you think becomes wealthy? It's like dating. Some people see red flags, the wealthy see fixer-upper opportunities. Train your mind to look for value where others see nothing, and suddenly opportunities appear everywhere. But here's the thing, spotting opportunities isn't enough. The wealthy use a powerful secret weapon to actually capture them. Rule 4, they leverage other people's money. This is the golden secret. Wealthy people rarely use only their own cash. They leverage banks, investors, partners, turning small capital into massive opportunities. You could save for 20 years to buy a house, or use the bank's money and own it now, letting tenants pay the mortgage for you. If you refuse to leverage, you'll always be limited by your own income. But with leverage, you multiply your reach. Like having a superpower most people never unlock. And no, I don't mean maxing out your credit card at Target. That's the broke version of leverage. Still, even with leverage, the wealthy guard one rule more closely than all the others. It's the one that keeps them rich long after they've made their first million. Rule 5, they protect money like a fortress. Wealthy people don't just make money, they keep it. They protect their capital through insurance, trusts, smart tax strategies, and airtight financial structures. You can build a castle of gold, but without walls, someone or something will take it from you. One lawsuit, one bad investment, or one unprotected tax mistake can wipe out decades of work. But when you build financial defenses, your wealth compounds safely, generation after generation. Think of it like wearing a seatbelt. You don't expect to crash, but if you do, you'll be glad you had it. And here's the part they really don't want you to know. Once you master these 5 rules, you unlock a 6th, something that can change not only your bank account, but your entire life. The unspoken 6th rule is this: wealthy people buy freedom, not things. Money is just a tool for reclaiming your time, your choices, and your life. If you apply these 5 rules, positioning money, managing risk, spotting hidden value, leveraging wisely, and protecting your wealth, you're not just playing the game of money, you're playing to win. The earlier you start, the greater your advantage. Waiting another year is like handing your future over to inflation and missed opportunities. So my question to you is, which rule are you going to apply first? Drop it in the comments. And if you want more insights that the wealthy never share, hit subscribe because we're just getting started. Your financial freedom is waiting.